Okay, I'm back. I did a few things while I was gone on this. My hair was bad, so I put a hat on. Boom, right? The computer. I got the software written for it. I mean, it's a streaming thing, but I have to have a case for it to mount on the goggles. I also mounted the camera on top of here. I don't know. It's kind of silly, right? But I need to have a case on this band, or else this thing won't be good. I mean, I need it to be light, so I don't need a big bulky case. It's just gonna be like about right here on the head. Cable's gonna run down, knit it inside of this band. My mom, sorry. Um, saying good night. I'm just kidding. I love my mom. She's great. She was just saying good night. Anyways, I need to print a case that'll adhere on here, and I have an idea on what I should do to have it on this band. All I'm gonna have is like a little clamp. I'll show you. You have the band, and you have a clamp. The case is here, and it just clamps below it like that. Oh, with these fingers. You can see how it like sits there, and you can like move it or whatever. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see how it works after I figure out how to do it. But I've got to figure out some things in regards with schematics.
Okay.
This is part one, by the way. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. I wonder if there's drawings out there I can reference for this case. So, let's see. Did I not? I kind of want to, I mean, I can design it by myself. I just want to, well, I'm blocked. Probably because it's so old. Prototyping a Raspberry Pi case. Whoa. Blah, blah, blah. Wearable. Okay. I need it to be specific, so I'm going to design it myself. Okay. Let's get started, I guess. Okay, let's do a sketch on the bottom. Let's see. I'm going to do an outline of the pie. So this is going to be 65 millimeters. I need to make sure that this is right, this thing I'm referencing. It probably is. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's good. It's the same. Okay. 30. What's the corner radius? 3 millimeter? Okay. Okay. 2.75. So the tolerance. Okay. 2.75. So I assume that's where that is. I don't know if this is right or not. 23 millimeters between holes. Okay. I'll measure it. This is 23. Okay, let's see. 24. Yeesh. I don't think I can work with that 1 millimeter. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? How big do I want these holes to be? Because I'm gonna make it so there's posts and not anything else. I'm just gonna melt the holes down so I don't have to actually have a bolt. Or I could have it so it screws down into the case, but I don't know if I want to do that either. I need to remove these pin headers, by the way, that are on the board. I'll do that later. Why don't I just do a 2 millimeter post? 2.2 millimeter post, okay. 2.2. There. And then we're gonna have 23 millimeters between these holes. Let's see what I'm gonna do. 23. Oh, that's not the whole thing. Okay. And then between these two. Hold on. 58. I know, I was reading that right. 58. Okay. So these two are going to be 58 apart. Why not? Okay, now I gotta find the center point of these four. So the way I'm going to do that is okay, now this is the center point. All of these, by the way, in case you were wondering. Alright, now I gotta find the center of this. Boom, boom. Okay. Okay, I think this is the center point. Now I can move these into here by doing this.
Call for him. Mom.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call from my mom. Sorry, people. Mom called. Shoot. Okay, let me calibrate this. And then do it from... Well, is that the right height? That kind of matters, because if it's at an angle, it'll be more. Well, what can I do? I think this is 58. No. 65. Okay. Blah. Let me see. Can I move this? Move this. No. Edit canvas. Okay. That looks really right to me. Okay, I think I'm okay. Alright, let me delete this. Because I'm not going to use that. Okay, nice. Alright. We have the fundamentals down. You know, I should have kept that. Why don't I keep this around? Like when I edit it, I can just have it around to use when I cut out the USB ports. See, I don't use my brain sometimes. All I need is the power, because I'm going to use the data. I'm going to wire it directly to the bottom of it. Because there is a ground somewhere, and there is also a 5-volt, I think there's a 5-volt under here. I know there's a 3v3, a 3-volt. Okay, there is a 5-volt under here. Okay, I'm going to do 5-volt. There's also a composite video out that I'm not going to use. But I'm also not even going to use a speaker. I'm going to use Bluetooth built into the Pi to run it off of a headphone. Dude, my braces. Ouch, dude. There's a wire popping out and it's like jabbing my like gum. Huh. If you don't have braces, you're lucky. I'm lucky to have straight teeth, but they're not very straight yet. Anyways. I don't know, ouch. I'm a little whiny baby. Okay, negative 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2. It's like the eye doctor when they ask you if it's like well, you wouldn't know if you didn't have glasses either. I'm just gonna stop making references that you don't understand. You know what? I might have to make these cutouts for these other ports because look, it protrudes. Well, you can't really see. Y'all, I'm blind in here. Can I not just have it white? Then you can't see anything. That's okay. I'll just keep it with that. Okay. Dang, it's dark up there. Anyways, yeah, home assistant. I did that on my server over there. What am I gonna do? What am I doing? What am I doing right now? Like, what am I doing right now? Right now, what am I doing? I know what I'm doing. I need to make this case. Okay. Oh, I'm not even in the sketch. That's why it's not up there. Offset. Boom. Offset by that much. And then for the shell, I'm gonna offset it to 1.7 millimeters. Now, well, how am I gonna make the? I'm just trying to imagine how I'm gonna do this and still have it in one piece. You know what I mean? I could print it like this, like standing up on the side. Okay, does this stick out? This okay? The SD card does. This end does not. Or it does, but okay, I'm gonna give some tolerance over here for the you know, I can't. It's only 6 p.m. and I'm already tired. Okay, I'm also going to add about A lot over here for the SD card. Let me see if it lines up with the canvas. No. Yo, I need to make sure this is right. Put it up to my screen. You know what? Why don't I just have it cut out right there? Just have it completely cut out. There. I just have that out. Because it's just a prototype, and it's never going to be an actual product. Or so I think, right? No, it's probably not. Okay, I need to add a few lines. 2 here for the HDMI, and 4 over here for the ports of USB. And then I can go view my canvas and then edit where these lines are. Like, whoa, I am way off, so I'm gonna add this one right here. This one over here. This one right here. This one right here. So on and so forth, you see. I could just have one there. Have another one right there. Yeah, and that's all I need, really. Then I can make this into a case. So these walls, I'm gonna make so yeah, I need to make this into an extrusion, which is gonna be how tall? How tall do you need to be? I'd give you about, ooh, I don't know. Why not 13? There, and then we could just have 2 millimeters on the bottom here. Join these together. Is 1? No. Not quite. Why don't I have these come up as well? Because these don't need to be down. These can be flush with the, now it'll join all these into 2 bodies? Why 2? Okay, why are these 2 separate? There's a gap. There's a really ugly gap. Why is this gap here? There we go. That's more like it. Okay. I'm not gonna have a top on this case because it's really basic and doesn't need to be very good. Canvas. Okay. Canvas. I don't know. Okay, well, since this is going to be flush, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Hold on, give me 1 sec. All right. Sorry about that. My voice went out. Let's see. We need to make these posts come out. So that's 1, 2. Oh man, why can't I do anything? Why can't I pan using this? Why are we selecting? What on earth? What? Why is my middle mouse button doing this? I don't know. No. I want. Okay, there. Freaked me out because I hold shift to pan and then I use this to just move. I use my middle mouse button for everything, dude. Freaked me out when it didn't work. That's my only way to get around this software. Middle mouse button. I love Fusion 360 though. It's a great software to design in. Okay, this is. Okay. Let's add some support on these legs, these posts here. Why don't I? How do I edit the tangent? This. I want that to be straight. Well, let's make it smaller. There. So it gives it more surface area down there to hold to the bottom. I don't know if that really helps. I feel like it does, but if you're doing an injection molded part, I feel like it would help more. So how far off this is this? Well, I don't want it to be there. I want it to be. This is the hypotenuse, and I want the leg length of this. So, I'm just gonna hold on. Sketches. I feel like I can outsmart my software. Watch, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. And then if I click extrude, I can extrude it to the height of this. Maybe? No. The height of this ring. Or I could just use my eyes. Okay, now what? Well, I have to design the clip part of this thing. So, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm probably gonna click on this plane and then edit from here and just have it come out. Because what I want it to do is just be out like this and then just come around. So I can like loop the band through it, you know? Have the band slip in through one end and bend it around so it's flush. And then have the band slide. But how wide is this band right here? Well, I think it might be wider than my case. Let's see. This band measured in at 42 millimeters. 42.8, I think, so I can round that up to 43. How wide is this case? I don't even know. 34. Well, I really want to do this solution, but why don't I design it as a separate part? Why don't I do that? Design, make a new plane on the left, like, face. Yeah, why don't I try that? So when I create it, I can make it on this plane. Hide this previous sketch. Alright, so what we're working with, this is going to be our band. And our band on our goggles. This is a very like specific design too. It only works on the ski goggle with this camera setup. This is really janky, by the way. I don't even know. Alright, the height of this band, I'm going to say, it peaks at about, oh, I don't know, 2 point something another millimeters. Let's see. 2 point, well, it varies a lot. So I'm going to give it about 3 millimeters. 3, yeah, 3 easy, 3 easy, 3. Still slides. 3.2. 3.2. I feel good about 3.2. These goggles are kind of getting on my nerves a little bit, so let me move them out of my way. 3.2 millimeters. 3.2. There. Well, I don't know how wide it is. 42. Okay, 3.2 by. Come on back, goggles. 3.2 by, let me see, 43, 43, 43, 43. Okay, so I'll show you what I want out of this. So we're gonna do an offset, let's say about negative 1.8 millimeters. Okay, 1.8. Is that good? Is that too thin? Let's just do 2. Okay, say this is gonna be the top, so we're gonna have fillet on the top, 2 millimeter. And then from the edge here, let me remove these measures because I don't really need them right now. Maybe the radius, but have a line here. Can I remove these? Can I move this line, or will it be constrained by this point? I feel like it's going to be constrained. Yeah, it is. See there? So I think it's tangent. So let's remove this tangency. Can I do that, please? Make this line movable again? Nope. It's still constrained to this point right here. So I'm going to offset it about 1 millimeter, I believe that is. Okay, let me connect. Oh, can I connect here? Let me add a point to this unit block. And then you can see I can draw a line from that all the way up and then have the line come down. See, it's still constrained here as a, I forget what, perpendicular line. So can I move it now that the constraint is gone? Yes, I can. So these are 0.5, so 0.5, it's already at 0.5. So I want it to be about, yeah, right there. So that's 12.5. Negative 12 coming from 1. So negative 12. I can draw a point here, have a line, and then it's going to add another constraint if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's constrained right there, so I'm going to remove that constraint. Move it over 12. Okay, so it's equal on both sides. And then I can slip the band in. Well, why don't I move it over a little bit more? Let's do 2 on each side. Okay, great. So I feel like I can like do that. Like if I move it and then I flex it out. I don't know if that's too thin now. I feel like it's fine. Okay. I might do 2 separate. Because look, all I'm gonna extrude is this outer point, or this outer thing. Okay, well, how wide do I? How wide is my case? What is this on the bottom? What is this? It's blank point. I forgot to fill it in. What? Oh, that's weird. Oh well. Anyways, wide case, right? This number. Okay, I copied it, so that's how wide I'm gonna make my thingy bob. Why is it here? Move over 10. Right. Okay. Why is that lasso? Window, please. There we go. I want to rotate this 180. Well, look how it affects everything. I don't like that. Look how it skews all the proportions out of whack. No. I want the center point to be the rotation point. Why? Fusion, come on. Like, why would I want the rotation point to be way over there to the right? I'm going to turn these into construction lines. Well, now that I do that, every line I draw is probably going to be in construction, I think. I'll just keep them regular and erase them when I'm done. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I'm infuriated. Move. I want to move this. I want to rotate this. Rotate. But the axes, can I make the point here? Okay. No. No. Yes, stay there. No. Oh my god, look. Look, guys, what on earth? Like, why do you do this? I want to rotate all of this around this point so it goes bleh, not bleh. What on earth, y'all? Who did this? Oh, set pivot here. Great. Now I can select it, right? Oh. Well, when I rotate it 180, it's okay. But when I rotate it anything other than 180, it gets all out of whack. I don't know. It did what I wanted it to, though. So, I'm not going to complain. Okay. Well, I feel like I can just move this over now. Move this body on top of this one. Like, wait. No. Well, I don't think it needs to be perfectly straight. Can have a little bit of wiggle room on each side. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Say negative 56.5. Sure. And then for this way, I'm just gonna make it flush with this. So is this? Yeah, it's intersecting. So 6, 5, 1, 2. And 5. So it's intersecting a little bit. Oh. Whoa. No way that's the most precise way I can do it, but to me that's the most precise way I can do it. Alright, now should I like fillet this edge? Ew, no. These are not the same body, I forget. Need to combine these into one. Alright, now I can do this a little bit to make it cleaner looking. Okay, I'm still not sure how I'm going to print this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these two edges and make it flat. Gross, right? I know. I want to extrude out like point, make a face, make a giant square, and just like extrude it to make these flat, just barely enough to make it flat. Because you see, it's not flush with each other, and it's gonna conflict in the future. So I'm gonna make this. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'll line up purchase. Okay, remove this, hide this, so I can just toggle everything. Extrude it, but extrude it just enough to make it touch. So negative 0.1, right? This is cut. What is this cut? This is not cutting enough. Maybe 0.2. There, we're cutting both. So now if I hide these sketches, this is 1. Look at that. Oh, great. I don't know. That was a better idea than. There's probably a better way to do it, but in my head, that's the best way I could do it. Now I want to make everything just look nicer. I don't want it to be ugly. I don't want to make it like ugly. Well, well, you know what? That's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna round this corner. Whoop. And I can do this because it's at the top. So let me round. And also, duh. Oh, duh. Okay, be not ugly. Oh, you're kind of ugly. Well, actually, I kind of like it. Because it's going to be printing like that and it'll work fine. Because it's going to be flat. Alright, y'all. Not bad, y'all, Huh, okay. Okay, let's export this and try to print it out now. Case 3MF. Save this to my desktop. Okay. Okay, 36 minutes again. Last video was 36 minutes. I think it opened. Did it open? Yeah, it did. Okay. No. Case. Open how I want you to open. No! Auto. Does it do it there? No. Ugly, because look, it has overhangs, right? See, it has overhang, it has floating regions, and it's secured with this thing. No. Bad, right? No. I designed it so I could have it. Let me lay it on a face. Lay on face. What is it? Which one does that? Lay on face. Here we go. It's literally called lay on face. Triangular face it. What is this? Oh, convex hole. Okay. Well, which end is the good one? This is the good one. So boom. And look, now I don't think it's going to have conflicting issues. It probably will. See, it has floating regions, but I think these are the support posts, so I can see if I enable it. Yeah, whoa. Is this the? Yeah, because look, that prints with no issues, but the big concern is going to be these posts here. You know what I didn't add? I didn't add a hole for the wire to go in. So this one it's invalid. And you know what? I'm not even going to have posts. I changed my mind about the posts. I'm going to have adhesive just holding the pie in because it's not going to be shaking around a lot, and I'm just going to use some really strong VHB tape to secure the pie down. So, and you see it's flush on the back, so I'm going to have in the center just a rounded square, a squircle, square circle, square circle. That's called a squircle. Gross sounding, but that's what I'm going to have is a squircle. Whoa, that's just weird sounding. In the middle of the thing, okay. I'm gonna edit the sketch. Have a square circle in the middle. So, Let me bring. Oh, no, can I have this see? Eyeballing this, by the way. Finish sketch. Well, no. If I extrude it, will it extrude it where it is? Yes. No thanks. Let me do it right here. Bro, I'm gonna have to redefine the center points now. Let me just base it off of the these. See if I have these. I have the center point. Boom, and then center, and then I can draw a square that's about this. Oh, how big do I want it? By 13. Okay, make this not. Why are you construction? Stop. Don't be construction. You gross me out, construction. And look, if I go into the center, it'll have a line, and I go here again to center, center, boom. I don't even have to draw the slanted lines in some cases, but if it's rounded, I have to do it off of those. Move from here to here, and then select all of these so it moves like that. I saw this trick on a YouTube video somewhere. Whoever taught me how to do that, you're a goat. Like I would never be able to know how to do that if it weren't for you. Whoever made that Fusion 360 tutorial, you are awesome. And it was some guy on a Windows 10 computer, and I think it took forever to load because he had a Bunz computer. But I mean, you must be smart because you taught me how to do that. Well, if I round it, wouldn't it be easier to print on that edge? Oh, I guess I'll find out. Okay, chord. Where's the chord gonna go? Okay, I want the things to be pointing down, so it's gonna go. Can it come in through the top? I feel like that'd be pretty convenient. Have it come in right here. Let's make a sketch and work from here. Great. Let's have these lines so I know where I am. Center point. Let's try our new trick. Not even going. So just going in the center, and going in the center over here, and just boom, center. Okay. How wide is our chord, and how wide should I make the hole so our chord can fit through that tolerant? Like, okay, chord is 3. Let's do 3.3. Because if it's 3.3, then 3.4. 3.4, well, 3.4, 3.45. Okay, 3.45. Great. Okay. I'm gonna have 2 holes. One just in case if I need another something to come into the thing. 14. And then I can do it 7 over. And then since I have it 7 over, that gives us the center point of these 2. We can get another point. Boom. Erase this circle. Select these, and now I can move it from this point down into the thing. Look. I mean, you gotta streamline how you do stuff. Because, instead of finding, like, measuring and then being like, oh, you just divide the distance between the 2 and then move over, like, copy that circle on the left again and then move it over half of how you move the other one. And it gives you the center point. Then, finish the sketch, and then you can just take these 2 and extrude out on the body like this. Boom. Now you got holes. Wait. Okay, this might conflict with the circuit board. So we don't even need to do away with these holes. We can just edit it in our sketch just by moving these 2 down. Let's do 2.5. And look, it just automatically computes it and it fixes it for us. There. How high is this? Okay, that's definitely going to be an issue. I need this to be taller. Let's see, I want it to be that tall. There, and then I can redo this. Wait, does this work? Let me see if it conflicts with the thing. If it's to scale. If it's to scale, it's fine. It's fine. It's perfect. Okay. Case v2. Export 3MF case. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Lay on face. Lay on face. This one. All right. Does this work? No floating, please. Okay, great. Well, I don't want you to draw support. Is it gonna throw the floating error? Yeah, what's the overhang? Where's the overhang at? And do I really need, like, support material there? I reckon I do. But really, man, do I really need that? Like, okay, I guess that's okay. I mean, it won't be hard to remove. That's okay. Let's send it off. Yeah, let's do it. A1. Okay, 2 hours. 2 hours. It's gonna be 9 p.m. Okay. And then after that prints out, I'm gonna secure it to the thing, and then I will pretty much be done with my project. All I have to do is write the code. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna splice this cable and already have it hooked up to the Raspberry Pi. And then once it prints out and everything is done, I can put it in the case and finish up with this project. But I'm gonna cut it off at the end here, and then I can work back and have the case secured and then shorten the cable. But for now, it's just gonna be for testing. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll show you closer. Yeah, it's the camera. It's gonna be on the band. This is gonna be like this. You'll have a cable probably going down your back or somewhere. I don't even know. I might have a battery. I might make a battery on here, like a lightweight battery. This isn't gonna draw much power. All your processing is gonna be on server side. Out and about, probably gonna do it through GSM or cellular. Or I could have a more robust version. Like instead of using this, I could have a compute module, or send the video wirelessly to the compute module in your pocket, and do the computing on a more powerful single board computer compared to the other one, like this or that. Or have like a mini AI compute module, like the Jetson Nano from NVIDIA. I'll show you what that is right now. Jetson Nano. Boom, like the little NVIDIA thing. Like this little computer. But whoa, haha, expensive, right? If you want to get me something for Christmas or my birthday, that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool to buy. Actually, I don't know. I have some pretty cool tech. I don't really need that. Honestly, if I want to do something with like Android, I'm just gonna use this. This is a TI development kit for Android. It's a Satera something or another. I don't even know. It's testing their processors. It works great. Don't buy me this if you know me. Also, could be able, instead of using this, you could use a Coral, Google Coral. It's a accelerator. It's a TPU. It's like a GPU, but it's for accelerating AI processes. It's not cheap either. But yeah, it's great for AI and machine learning. Just great for machine learning. Like TensorFlow, you can see here, like Python stuff. It's USB 3.0 too, so it's great. It's great. Yeah, people use it for this. It's called Frigate. And basically what that is, it's a security camera software. So it uses it for detecting people and objects and stuff. Cool. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Sorry for yapping. Hope you made the most of your time watching me do stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.